Hello, welcome to another edition of the Success Principles for Housewives and Stay-at-Home Parents. My name is Dr. Mrs. Blessing Shomo, and I am your host, your gist partner, bringing you success nuggets, things that will help you achieve your goal this year. I am a certified leadership coach, a certified trainer of the Success Principles Online, a family and sex coach, and also a network marketing professional. So all this means that if you want to get amazing tips and nuggets on how to enjoy sex, family life, and balance work life, I can help you with that. And if you would like to be connected with people that would help you with other things, I can also help you with that. Today we are looking at Success Principle 52. We've gone past the 50 mark. We are going for 100 days. So I'm really excited. And today we're looking at something very important. The Success Principle says, when in doubt, check it out. When in doubt, check it out. It's addressing a big issue. If we can all achieve this, if we can all take this to heart and make it one, or if you can only work on this one success principle for the rest of this year, your life will be easy. You would achieve a lot. And it's all about that word, assumption. A lot of people waste time, precious time and resources, thinking about what other people are thinking, intending, or about to do. They are assuming and they are building pictures and castles on things that might not be true. A lot of marriages have ended for the fact that the couples are busy assuming and acting on their assumption. A lot of companies have folded because no clarity, no interpretation of how things are to be done, and based on assuming. A lot of people say, thank you so much for joining. A lot of people say, I thought you're a Christian. I believed you because we attend the same church. Nope. Stop assuming. When you are not sure of something, ask. By asking, you would save yourself a lot of stress. While a lot of people waste time to be assuming, successful people don't have that time. They check things out. They are not afraid to be rejected. They are not afraid of the outcome. They ask. They want to be sure of. They are so clear about what they want to get that they are sure everything that needs to take place for them to achieve that goal is spelled out. That is something you should look at. Some people in church, when somebody is, maybe they greet and someone is not responding as they wanted, they start building on it. I know she doesn't like me. I remember the other, and you start acting on this. By the time you know it, there's an animosity and you're just wasting your time. There was a very funny story about a man that came back and he was so grumpy, wasn't happy. The wife offered food, he would not eat. He just stayed on the bed and was just troubled all day. And the wife was concerned and she started thinking, what is going on? Why is he not talking to me? I know it's the mom. The mother must have found a new wife for him. So is this how my marriage will end? Oh, and she was just on and on and on, and she was just dying slowly. She was just killing herself with all these, thoughts against herself. When people assume, they assume negative things against, like about them in respect to that person. And so she was so troubled. In the night when she came in to lie down with the husband, he was just still in that mood. And so she said to herself, even if this will be my last day in my husband's house, at least let me even know what I have done wrong. That's after spending the whole day assuming, building on the assumption how it is the mom-in-law, how they are plotting for her to leave the home. She now said to her husband, please let me know what I have done. Why are you like this? And the man looked at her and said, I am just so annoyed that Chelsea lost that match. Can you imagine? The man is a football fan and his club lost. Imagine what would have happened if this lady asked that question earlier in the day. If she had said, what is going on? Please, just let me know. And he said, it's, a sports issue. A lot of people, it sounds funny, but a lot of people have taken actions based on their assumptions only to regret it. So successful people don't do that. Ask questions. When somebody says something, talk back and ask, do you mean what I'm hearing? Is this what you mean? I am feeling like, is this how? Would you like to? Are you? These are questions that would help you know the exact state of what and how things are playing out. And when you do that, you would be able to take, decisions based on the real facts. Jack Canfield talked about one of the presentations, like a seminar he had, and there was a man at the back of the room that was just like this, his arms crossed with, looking annoyed. And as he was teaching, what was going on in his head was, why is this man like this? It could be that they forced him to come here. It could be that he doesn't like me. It could be that what I'm saying is not making sense. So Jack Canfield was having all these struggles inside till when they had the first break. Instead of assuming and allowing all these thoughts to get him worked up, which would make him not give the best in the seminar, he immediately walked up to the man and said, I noticed you are really not unhappy, and you are really not happy to be here. May I know what the problem is? And the man just suddenly said, oh, no, I am loving what you're doing. It's just that it's like I'm coming down with the flu and I'm not happy that I may miss out on this wonderful thing. Wow. So the man was busy struggling to focus because he was feeling sick, and yet Jack Canfield was thinking the man hated what he was doing and was pissed off because he felt, that he was forced to be there. As I speak, you would realize there are times in your life that you have misunderstood somebody, misread, and you have done things. Just imagine how happy and how relieved you would feel if you start from now to make sure you don't leave anything to guesswork, to chance, that you check things out. He talked about, in a relationship, I just shared one about the football fan. The husband comes into the house and notices the wife is frowning. Immediately he starts assuming, oh, did I come back late? Is there any problem? And starts tiptoeing. It may be the woman just got a bad news, or the woman is pissed off with something. Ask questions. People are afraid to ask, to verify, especially when they think it will be bad news. It's better you know. And you might find out it has nothing to do with you. So how would you allow this? How would you use this principle in all your relationships? For those in business, for you working with your staff and colleagues in the office, instead of assuming that, okay, this is the task and this is the end date, I'm expecting it, don't assume. Trust but verify. Have you done it? May I see your draft? Is there a way I can help? Are you feeling this? Is this what I think it is? Did you go to see? When you ask questions and you try to verify, you save yourself the headache of working on misinformation, because that's the first thing. If you know what is really going on, you can now act based on this real information. And secondly, you now have the option of knowing how to relate with the person. So how many times have people, said things they can't take back, like what we said yesterday, or acted irrationally based on, assuming? There was a very funny one as well that, they shared on WhatsApp. I read, someone, a husband sent his wife a text message and said, "You are negative." And the woman said, "Oh yeah, you are a bald-headed, depressed," she insulted and said all sorts. "I don't even know why I'm still with you." All that, vomited everything. It was really a stinker. And then the husband replied, "I was talking about your COVID results. You are negative." And the woman said, "Oops, I'm sorry. You can't take it back. What was your assumption? You are negative. Negative what? Ask questions. What are you talking about?" But you see, she's been building on assumptions until it came out like a hot lava from a volcano. What do you think would be the relationship after that time? So when in doubt, check it out. When you are feeling there's that struggle, check it out. He ended with an amazing story of Tim Ferriss. We've talked about Tim Ferriss in some other videos. The person that won the kickboxing championship in just 6 weeks. He did not leave anything to assumption. He studied the rules, studied how to win, and he found out that in one of the rules, if you're able to throw out your opponent twice out of the ring, you have won. Now, this is a sport that he is not used to. He is a wrestler, but the kickboxing thing, he is new to him, but he was bent on winning. And so he studied the rules, and he said to his coach, "Do not teach me how to box and knock the person out. I want you to teach me how, as I am doing the boxing, I'm able to throw them out twice before they knock me out." So he focused on that one role amidst other things and all the trainings he did, and he won the championships because he was going for them being thrown out of the ring, while they were going for using all the techniques and doing it step by steps and trying to get all what they should do to knock, the longer route. When you study the rules, you would be able to know where you can maximize on. A lot of people have lost out on scholarships, on job interviews, because they did not study. They left things to assumption. They left things like that. I watched one Who Wants to Be a Millionaire program like that. Just that first round, the man was just too confident. Behind every behind every cloud is what? Behind every dark cloud is, they now said, golden lining, silver lining, and all that. And the man said golden lining. And the questioner was trying to let him know, would you phone a friend? Would you call? He said, no. He said, final answer. They stayed on that particular question just to have him understand that, look, check this thing and check it again. He insisted. And by the time he said, sorry, the silver lining, not golden lining. And that was how, one of those questions, but very simple question, but because of assumption. So what are the things you are assuming? I know how much assumption has cost me in my speaking, business and other things. And right now, I do not want to leave anything to assumption. Is this what I think it is? Okay, this is number one. This is what we're doing. Is this exactly how we're doing it? Okay, this is what you said. This is what I understand. Is this what you mean? Like Jack Canfield will say when he has trainings with couples, they do the "do you mean?" Do you mean? It's a kind of role play where they ask questions. Someone says, please could you help me in the kitchen? And the other person says no. And then you start assuming, oh, he doesn't want to help me, he's mean, this is how he's been doing. But when you play the do you mean, it says, do you mean you would never help me again in the kitchen? No, that's not what I mean. Do you mean you would rather want to do something else instead of helping me? No, that's not what I mean. Do you mean you are busy now and you would help me later? Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't tell you, but I have a meeting right now and I won't be able to help. Just imagine how just asking the questions has helped to know the exact issue. Because many times when we assume against ourselves, we start feeling bad, we start building on that assumption, we start working on how to hit back on that person. Save yourself the stress and save the other person the stress as well. Check things out. So thank you so much for today. This is our number 54. Is it 54? No, 52 success principles, and we are going for 100. And we have the inner circle group where we'll be sharing things. Presently, I'm also sharing things on how you can train your brain. Take advantage of that free event. You can click on the links and join us. And tomorrow, 9 p.m. West African time, you will have the opportunity to hear another success nugget, another success principle that can help you achieve your goal this year. So thank you so much for joining, and bye for now.